Well, if you grew up in my time, you'd know igrupek bizobangu Adila. That is when most of us thought that we could be pop stars. Well, ngokusasikhula umuntu wayezikhethela uba nguKarabo okanye uRefilwe okanye uThembisile okanye uLitang. Whoever you were, you found yourself in that 5 group members. Well, sometimes I'll be Litang. Well, she was herself. And she is here today to perform one of her latest singles. Everybody give it up for Litang Klome, who's here to shut down Ekse Live. Thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. Right now, it's time for us to entertain you one more time. This is Litang. Do enjoy.
Hamba ngizula yonke indawo ngifunana nempilo lonke ilizwe impilo yami yaphidlika wemama kanti wena ukuphi Sindlela Busani Joselami Moni Sindlela Busani Joselami Moni Sindlela
and today is no exception. We're going bigger and better. This is the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening in your show in the motherland. Like I always tell you, hectic 9 million times than any other show in the motherland. Follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. The number to dial 021-448-0448. Channel 260 on your DSTV. And then if you are in the Great Cape Metropole, you can get us free to air channel. As I opened up this segment, who comes from a group Adila. Well, as far as abanye but here she is to represent herself. Litang, welcome to the show and thank you for blessing us with your presence. And of course, that beautiful track. Like when Sitcho earlier on, good team, Sikula, Abandu, Ketel Bankarabo, can you eat and some you. But you were yourself. Indeed. You did not have to choose to be Litang. You were Litang. Yes. What are the fondest moments about 2003 that you can quickly share with us?
I think for me, more than anything, it was winning. It was winning, like being part of Adila after having gone through the grueling time of that competition because people were so talented, hey? And I mean, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. So it was that moment where I was like, okay, wow, okay.
What was the toughest time of that period?
The competition itself.
Really?
And not knowing whether you were going to make it the next day or not, because remember they used to eliminate contestants every single day. So not knowing if you're going to make it through to the next challenge
must have been daunting.
Oh my God. I remember, I don't know how many times I actually felt like giving up. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this.
Would you do it over and over again, if given a chance?
No.
No, why? Do you mind sharing?
It's, those moments, they are what I call once in a lifetime. It's moments that you would cherish forever, but you don't really want to go back there. It's part of having gone through it and experiencing everything, every single challenge, every single joy and all the craziness. And yeah, I think that's why, really.
Speaking of the experience, Litang, you guys, all 5 of you, at a very young age, given that opportunity to be part of a stage, a Sikulu, showing your talent with the South Africa. Na kalai experience being new in the industry.
Yeah.
Are you guys still in touch?
We are still in touch. I've always been quite close with Ukarabo, the girl with the blonde hair. Yeah. And so, yeah, we're quite close. I know Utembisile, once in a while we do chat, and she's doing quite well. Yeah. Unfortunately, Urifilwe actually left us, and she passed on, may her soul rest in peace. So, Doom is also doing something else. He's in another industry altogether. So, we have grown so much. We're all mothers, we are fathers, we are, you know, we have become our own people. We have found ourselves and grown. So yeah.
Yes, the music industry, it's not often that one avele and then apinde anyamalale and then given a chance to come back and do this one more time.
Indeed.
Well, you're one of those people about present today who are given that chance to do it one more time. And we are so glad because you're one of those, I can say that I find in
thank you
like
so much.
you've got a very special voice, and we can tell that wow. What do you have for us?
Well, right now, Letang, as I said, there's been a lot of challenges that I went through in the past. And obviously, Adila broke up at some point, and that was quite devastating for some of us. Because initially, I mean, we had thought that this was it. This was like our career, and we were gonna be together forever and ever.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Stars, yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was something big, and people really loved Adila. So we broke up, and I've had my own fair share of challenges. I've been getting sick. I've been trying to really find myself, what was actually going on with my life and all that. And initially only to find out whatever it is that I was touching, you know, things would just fall apart, and it never made sense to me, you know. And there was a lot of confusion around that, and I ended up being depressed because remember, from pop stars, then I had to go back to being that letang who is you know, like, yeah, she grew up here, and so what? She used to be the star, and now she is what we call the fallen star. And there was a lot of shame that came with that. And obviously during that whole hardship, and what happened was, I found out ukuthi I had to actually go, I had a calling. I had to go ngiyotwasa and ngibugogo. And only then everything started making sense. So that was just part of the journey that I really had to go through in finding myself, finding my sound, and coming back and doing and being the letang that you see today. So I have released a single called Vusani.
Yes, the one that you just performed.
It is a song that I actually wrote when I was ePhehlweni and bengintabeni ngiyophahla ngiyothandaza, you know, to ask for guidance. And that's when I think that's where Vusani was born. And because it was a melody that just kept on playing in my head, and you know, I just put ink on paper. And initially when I came out of ePhehlweni, then I met up with Gabi Genosi of Rocker World Entertainment. And he decided, you know what, it's been forever. We've been talking about this for 10 years.
Wow.
So let's just, we have been, honey, I have been signed and things falling apart. I don't know how many times. You know, hence I'm saying sometimes certain things we take for granted without understanding them. And it only took for me to do what I had to do in order for me to be where I am right now.
Find out it
for
was
things
because
to
of
open
that.
up. You know, I mean, I got really sick. At some point, I couldn't walk. Like my legs were locked from waist down.
And you couldn't walk.
And I couldn't walk. And now that was an eye-opening for me, because then I knew something had to be done. I needed to heed this calling, you know. And I think another thing that was really challenging for me was that I'm from a religious background. So for us it was taboo, like you know what I mean, like
because mommy and dad are Christians.
Yeah, like these things are not happening in this house, we will not be having. So it was one of those things. It was a challenge. How do you come out? How do you go out and say to people from, and remember there was a time that I actually did gospel music as well. So now how do I come back and say to people, because a lot of people don't understand it, and I also don't understand it at that time. Do you know what I mean? So it was, oh my God, it was a roller coaster of emotions. But I can gladly say I'm happy.
Luckily for you, you can tell your story through music.
Oh yes.
You know?
Oh yes.
You get on stage, whether we want to listen or don't.
Yeah.
you are there, and then you tell the story circle. So going back to growing up as a pop star, Zindoni is Zindo that you're gonna do differently now, because you've grown, you're matured, you know the industry, for a lack of a better word, back and forth.
Yes.
You know it like a back of your hand. What are the things that you're gonna stay away from? What do you know best that is not going to happen?
I think one of the things that I preach all the time is stop living for people. Stop trying to impress other people who wouldn't even care should anything bad happen to you. You know what I mean? I think be you, be authentic, stick to your roots, what you were taught at home, because remember, when you're in this industry, there's a lot of things that happen and people get lost in that. So I think just sticking with that and to that and knowing who you are.
Now, what can we expect from this album?
This album is amazing. Expect to heal, expect to feel joy, dance. You know, it's got a lot of elements, but most importantly, it is an album that's going to heal people.
Is it out? Is it still going to come out?
It's coming out month end.
Sure.
So yeah,
Cannot
I'm excited.
Wait to hear that.
I am excited.
I enjoyed this song, and I'm sure that because of Amnandi Yonge, I love it. I promise you, I'm going to get myself a copy.
Thank you so much.
Besides the music video, which music video shall we play for you right now?
Oh my goodness. Oh, now you caught me off guard. It was Java. Oh my gosh.
Any song by Java?
Yes, I love Java.
Java, she loves you, and we're playing this song for her. So do enjoy. Thank you so much, and all the best for this album.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
And we're matching.
Oh, you know.
Pop star meets pop television personality. This is Java. Do enjoy.